Yo, what's up, street dogs? Street gods, street vlogs, ASMR dogs. Working fast. Alright, some morning thoughts. First and foremost, LA is litty like a titty. To quote my best friend, Cardi B. Okay, so, yeah, it's just like, check out the Pasta Sisters there. Super nice. In the Arcana books of the arts. Right down there. Yeah, right down there. Apple buildings there. Nice little touring. Okay, so the thoughts of the day. First and foremost, shout out to my friend Chris who hooked it up with this nice merino wool, 100% merino wool long sleeve. I think it's from All Saints. Like one rapper that I'm a big fan of is Pusha T. I think he might only be the only good ones. Probably, I mean, in my thought, I think Pusha T is the best rapper alive. So Pusha, you and the team want to flex with the EKs? Hit me up, Eric at erickim.com. All right, so and apparently it's actually funny. So apparently there's down the block there's actually the father's office. Apparently Kim Kardashian goes there, and also one of the furniture store there. Apparently, yeah, Kim gets her furniture's there. They done blocked out the streets. One of the good things we're talking about, like security guards, janitors, contractors, building maintenance people, they know all the infos. And it looks like this Lustig place finna open up. Lustig. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, okay. So some thoughts. So, you know, some thoughts on becoming a man, becoming a true man, etc. So, I mean, ultimately, it's a via negativa thing, right? So, what that means is, the way to become more manly and masculine is figuring out what to get rid of. So, things not to do. Don't be indoors all day. You don't want to be like a loser, Hugh Hefner in a silk robe pajamas stuck in your Holmby Hills mansion. No access to the lights. First thing. Second is don't take drugs. I mean, I think the only good drug is Erkim, omakase coffees, 100% fine robustas. Drink it straight up. I also like the Phil's New Manhattan coffee. Very good. So essentially, coffee, caffeine is probably the only good drug. And also a new thing that I've been doing is, I don't know, I've just been like waking up super early to just naturally, like, I haven't used an alarm clock in like over a decade. Apparently alarm tube means to arms. So they would ring a bell for the all'allarme in Italian. It's an alarm was actually a call to arms, like an alarm, like you finna go to war, or like there's a dude in the battlegrounds. So yeah, don't use an alarm. Don't use the loser rock alarm thing. I mean, he's on the juice, so don't trust nobody on the juice of the roids. So no drugs. And also, so drink a lot of coffee first thing in the morning. Just get a cheap espresso machine. I use the D Longhai brand, D Longhai or something, right? Oh, also with yogas, this Hot 8 yoga, we have one here in Culver City. It's actually really nice. Hot 8. It's kind of like the luxury boutique upscale. Kind of imagine like kind of like the upscale, like Equinox of yogas. Core Power here is pretty good too, but Yeah, hot 8 is just like 5 trillion times hotter. Oh, also a pro tip, you're gonna do hot yogas, right? Just add like, one thing that hot 8 is super smart, right? They just have like a salt shaker, like, I don't know, pink Himalayan salt or whatever type of salts, right? And what they do is, oh, good job, Apple team, y'all switching up the pictures. Yeah, that's a new one. That one looks new too. Switch it up. I'm like, I walk by this every single day. I never want to see the same image twice. The Vitrines project. So yeah, like just add a bunch of salt to a little cup of water. Take a salt shot. No more drink alcohol waiting. Just do salt shots. It seems much more productive. This one looks new too. Pretty nice. Actually, the good thing with the whole like face cutoff thing is A, most people's face is not that attractive. B, it's just more artistic. So actually, even photographically, you cut off people's heads. This is, I call it the Erkim decapitation technique. It actually makes the photos look a little bit more like kind of mysterious. Good morning. Happy New Year's. And a simple creative thing that you could do is when you cut off people's heads, just shoot it horizontally. Yeah. Colors, Duke, the colors. Oh yeah. What does it mean? Erkim Media finna take over. Erkim LA. LA. Erkim, the next photo innovator in the flesh. This is my new studios. Urban Studios. Yeah. So, yeah, in terms of like the best vlogging setup, I mean, I'm just currently using the old Lumix G9. This Lumix Pancake f2.5 14mm spherical Mark II. It's like $200. But yeah, Sen loves seeing the Gicha, the thing over there. And yeah, like just a life that's maximum mobility, maximum off the grid, walk 50 miles a day, Erkim lifestyle. And also you got the Margot up there. It's on top of the hills. And I don't know, I think, yeah, Lumix United. Apparently there's a new one out. I mean, if you want to save the money, just get the old one. If you use Rich. Wait. You get a new one. And yeah, so the reason why I'm all for blogging, vlogging, etc. is I think like, especially with ChatGPTs, blah blahs, the big issue at hand is you don't know what's real and fake. I mean, even, okay, I've been experimenting with myself, right? Erkim at the forefront of AIs, Erkim.AIs. Erkim.ai, buy an AI domain. It's I think aesthetically it looks cool. Like even AI, it just looks cool, right? Erkim.ai, got that on lockdown. Yeah, AI is definitely the new gold rush. And is it hype? Nope. I believe it is the most underhyped thing of all time. It has already and it's finna revolutionize everything. Okay, so yeah, like. Oh yeah, taking salt shots good before and after hot yogas because you finna sweat a lot. Is Erkim the new Kanye West? Yes, I am, except way more jacked. But anyways, so yeah, no drugs, no alcohol. Like, don't drive no loser Lamborghini or Ferrari. Actually, one thing that's kind of interesting to me, I think Ferrari is actually a publicly traded corporation now. Like, I think the ticker is FAST, F-A-S-T. And so the simple thought is, rather than buying a Ferrari, if you really want, to build wealth or whatevs, buy the stock instead. Like, even my brother-in-law Khan, he says something, it's like super funny. It's like, he told me this like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. It's like if you spent the $80,000 on Tesla Model S and you just bought Tesla stock, that'd be worth like $500,000 today. And so actually, if you look at the real rich peoples, right? So like for example, my brother-in-law, family super rich. Dad got into Tesla super early, and now it's riding the wave. So if you actually look at the true habits of the real rich peoples, they actually are very intelligently frugal. Oh yeah, also the good thing about this place, I love this platform pie. Man, I want to live in Culver forever, right? Touch these nice things, right? Just touch this stuff. Yeah, this platform park thing is super cool. I'm like, oh yeah, catching a nice sunrise. Just vlog it. And also with vlogging, people's like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, everyone got an opinion about some things. Like, yeah, but my opinion not legitimate. It's like, yo, if you alive, you got a brain, you talk, yeah, top of that glass house. Super cool. Maybe I should just work him lifestyle vlogger. And also, like, lately, I've just been using this setups. 1080p, smallest, 30 FPS, the smallest resolutions. No external mic. I mean, probably the audio is not as good, but the good thing for me is it's just like a little easier to handhold. And I think the ultimate thing with vlogging, etc., is that like you don't actually want to think about the camera. You want the camera to disappear. And this is where I still think the Ricoh GR3X is the best camera out there, because it's like the smallest, most compact, powerful camera of all time. The difference between the GR3 and the 3X, I rate I've had both of them broke. The 3X, to me, the image quality looks at least 40% better. That's just my superficial view. People, 28 versus 40 millimeter. I actually think that this 40 millimeter perspective is superior to the 28 because 40 is what your natural eye kind of sees-ish, and yeah, just the image, the optics, the quality is just far better, right? Yeah, LA is fucking super litty. And it's like everyone wants to live in LA. First I was like thinking, I'm like, why does everyone want to live in LA? And truth be told, being here, LA has the most interesting people. I love people in LA. Like, they're super interesting, they fun, all the beautiful people in LA. So, you Silicon Valley bros, dip out of the loser Silicon Valleys, the South Bay, East Bay, Oakland, San Francisco, whatevs, right? Come to LA. I think Google even has a bunch of offices, Amazon Prime, the studios down here. Just come to Culver City, tell them Kim sent you, knock on Jeff Bezos' door. Culver City is the best place to be in LA. Around the Arts District is my personal favorite. I went to that Juliet restaurant, was pretty nice. Apparently this Bianco place is pretty good. You can get I call it the Kim croissant index. It's like, at what point are you not willing to spend more money on a croissant? It looks like the limit right now is around like $7.50. I'm like, is you dumb? It's like, you just want to buy, I guess it's better to buy a $7 croissant than drop $350 on dinner, right? Or better yet, just get the Too Good To Go Wagyu ground, the Wagyu beef. Actually, download that, Too Good To Go app, whatevs, right? We got like A5 Wagyu, like what would originally be like $500, only for $100. Probably the best meat I've had of all time. So anyways, all these loser people want to be indoors all day. And actually my critique of modern day society and stuff, right, is that like it looks like people prefer to be indoors. And the big issue with that is you don't want to be the man in the high castle, even if you have floor to ceiling windows, if you're not actually out in the real world. Like, people dropping all this money on their loser Range Rovers and their SUVs, whatevs. Or like off-roading cars or all-wheel drive cars, even Subarus. I'm like, everyone tries to buy the thing to create a part of that lifestyle, but I'm like, bro, just use an old Prius. You can go anywhere. Just take a nap in your Prius. And I was thinking about the cars, right? Especially when you get a kid. What is the best, most useful car to have? It's very simple. It's like the one that's easiest to nap in. The reason why gasoline cars are out is that when you're idling, it's still super effing loud. hybrid, plug-in hybrid, a Prius Prime, just normal one, whatevs. It's good because you can just lean all the way back, take a nap. And the good thing about a hybrid car is when you idling, like sometimes the engine turns on, sometimes it turns off, whatever, right? But for the most time, it's actually pretty silent. And I also think that one of the upsides of having a hybrid is, like especially you live in LA, right? LA is super, another thing. I just dropped $550 on a stupid red light traffic ticket violation, and the reason why I did such a bad critical job was, if there's a stoplight, any red stoplight, you gotta do a full stop, wait 5 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever, and then you turn right. I totally did a rolling red through the right side. Is not good behaviors. All right, continuing our thoughts. So the funny thing with people's essentially the goal to become rich, wealthy, whatever you want to call yourself, is very simple. To quote Kanye, I can make my whole life just quoting Kanye, Pusha T, Jay-Z, rappers is the best. Even Pusha T, the reason I like All Saints, and the niggas wear All Saints, right? Valentinos and Wave Runners. So yeah, Pusha T's got the best style. Don't trust the Drake. Don't trust the Drizzy. Just look at the blackface. He was the dude on Degrassi. Come on, stop trying to act so hard. So we go my killer. Come on, bro. Just even Dr. Dre said, right? It's like saddest fiction song, right? Is why are you so scared to be yourself? I think that's the big issue in today's world. Everyone's so afraid to be themselves. I think everyone fronting, everyone's faking. I think the best way to approach life, in my opinion, is to just don't self-censor yourself. Oh wow, look, beautiful morning, you're the sunshine of my morning, babe. None in the water. Also it's so beautiful. Never want to miss another sunrise again. And also in terms of life living workflows, just wake up. So a new thing that I've been doing, especially now that we're in LA, we don't forget it's a desert. It's kind of like Joshua Tree. It's when the sun out, it's super nice and toasty. It could be 70, 80 degrees even in the wintertime, right? But when the sun down, it's actually pretty cold and frigid. And that's where doing a hot yoga or hitting the gym, doing the hot sauna, whatever. Just hit a Wii Spa, go to K-Town, just get yourself a little hot spa, or even cranking the heat at the house. Or a new thing that I've been doing, because I think the heat, I don't know if it works or it's not set up or something. Our house is actually pretty well temperature regulated, but one of the downsides is it still kind of gets a little bit cold, so I just start off of the day with a really cold shower, and then I just turn on the bath water super effing hot, to the point of boiling, and then I think it kind of warms up my body and my bones. I mean, since my body fat percentage is so low, I think I get cold pretty easily. This is Cindy's theory. I mean, it makes sense. Fat people tend to over sweat. Also the funny thing too, the notion obesity means to overeat, isn't it? Or over fat. Yeah. Anyways, fat is bad. Get rid of the adipose tissue. Super easy. Quit alcohol. Quit weed. Quit eating the croissants, the pastries, stop going to T-Joe's. T-Joe's is funny because T-Joe's is essentially snacks with a good conscience. T-Joe's make you fat. Oh, yeah. Civic Type R in white. So hard. Actually, yeah, it looks great. Another thing too, to make a car look better, gloss black actually just looks way better. Even I've been experimenting with different strategies. I mean, what is it? Matte black. I don't know. I think actually the big issue is matte black is a little bit ugly, oftentimes. But also even getting more than a performance car. Oh wow! Look, sunset, sunrise. So beautiful, so beautiful. Yeah, just drive a Prius. I mean, even nowadays, the only people I trust are Prius drivers because you don't got nothing to prove. Don't trust anyone in a loser AMG G-Wagon, matte black, murder dad, silly overland. It's like, don't get at me. It's like, you're wearing your trucker hat, your facial hair, your beard, your tattoos, your flannel, what? It's like, come on, take off the best. What's that like? What was that one girl brand? It's like Reformation. It's like the best outfit is naked. Yeah, it's true. I was also thinking, like, why do you get people? Yeah, okay. So I'm very curious. Like, why does somebody trade in this Tesla Model S all black plaid at the Toyota dealership? Question mark. Yeah, really, really weird. Another pro tip to life, right? Even someone who traded in the brand new Prius, I don't know why they did it. So, a good way to figure out what cars not to buy is look at the trade-in lot. Like even the loser Mercedes electric car, it looks like it's probably not a good one. What, the Bronco, loser Audis, Mercedes. My simple heuristic is simple. Don't trust nobody who drives a German foreign car, especially like a base level AMG or Mercedes or BMW, whatever. Because like people trying to look the luxuries, but you could only afford the cheapest variant of that. Also the Rivian truck, it's yeah. Oh, there's two of them traded in. Like one there, two of them. Yeah, don't get the loser Rivian truck. I think it's I think the design's super cool, right? But then the word Rivian, and maybe just short the Rivian stock. Once Cybertruck comes out, it's gonna eat the Rivian's lunch. And also the problem with Rivian is like nobody has any idea who the founder is, right? Whereas Elon Musk is great because the cult of Elon, right? That's the proper way to do things. Like, if it don't have a cult-like following, then it's not good. Even like, think about Google, Android, is like, nobody wants an Android or a Samsung phone, right? Honestly, at this point in America, only poor people use Samsung or Androids. Even people who use Google Pixels. Not as bad, but come on, you just gotta. FaceTime is the killer app. Yeah, there's really no reason to not get an iPhone now. And a simple suggestion, don't be a stupid person getting the iPhone Pro. Only poor people use the iPhone Pros. Just get an iPhone SE, the cheapest iPhone. My personal thought on technology is better to just get the cheapest iPhone. I don't know, medium or max storage, whatevs. Even funny with luxury goods and stuff like that, right? It's like, if you want a Tesla or electric car or whatever, right? It's better to buy the cheapest Tesla, like the most base level Tesla Model 3, no additional configurations, to maximize the upside of it, rather than buying the cars which are marked up. Yeah, even if you want to get like good yoga clothes or fitness clothes, right? Just go to the Lululemon website and get the "We Made Too Much" section, the clearance section. It's better to buy a clearance super cheap luxury good like a Lululemon something, rather than buy the most expensive thing at H&M. Is like, even one thing that I learned from my friend Todd Hata, TODD space HATA, just Google YouTube him. It's better to buy the cheapest luxury thing than the most expensive common thing, right? So, to contradict my point, right? Better to buy the cheapest Mercedes than to buy the most expensive Toyota, maybe. I'm not even sure at this point. But the reason why I'm actually so anti Mercedes German cars is that like everyone just trying to like look super successful or cool guy. It's like, nah, just drive a Prius. But then the downside, the new Prius is the trunk is effing tiny. So if you want to rock the Prius truck, Aircam lifestyles, you do not want that. So what's the point of vlogging into this? So for me, like my ultimate passion is thinking. I love to think. It's there's no greater joy in the world than thinking, being physical, walking around. These steps are amazing. Shout out to my friend Noel for keeping us so clean. And yeah, and I think oh man, my legs pretty sore. I did the Hot 8 yoga sculpt class yesterday. It's a pretty good workout. So anyways, yeah, like thinking and moving off the grid. Yeah, and also back there over the Amazon Studios. I don't think I've seen nobody famous, and maybe I'm the most famous person I know, right? How did Taylor Swift get so famous? I think like Kanye, right? Like, wait, is he the one who said, "I'm gonna let you finish" to the? Yeah, I think Taylor should be grateful to Yeezy. Yes, so media is the future. It is. Check out this Culver Theaters. That it is. So, anyways, some New Year's thoughts, right? So, what is wealth? What is money? What's the point of it, right? So, I recommend reading this kind of more obscure book, Fernandino Galliani, quoted by Nietzsche, On Money, Della Moneta. I'm currently reading. Even like currently in the whole like crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain space, the only good one I think is Chainlink. Don't get that loser ADA Cardano. It's a effing scam. I'm like actually kind of want to short it, but I don't know how to short cryptos. But yeah, it's actually the insider intel I have about ADA Cardano is I met a dude who was kind of early investor in it, and this guy was like, nah, not super trustworthy. But anyways, never trust no crypto or innovation or a thing when it's driven by a team of, quote unquote researchers, because researchers never innovate nothings, right? And also like, I have half my foot dipped into academia, right? I met all the people from Yale, Harvard, Brown University, whatevs, even UCLA, Berkeley, blah, blah, blahs, right? Top institutions. So researchers, the problem with researchers is that they're just given a steady paycheck from said institution, right? And they never innovate nothing. They just like posit ideas and stuff like that. And so when you got researchers leading the ship, they never research. So like even with R&D teams, right? Like Microsoft or things in the past, when you got a super fat, big, expensive, over bloated, over fat, obese research team, you never really innovate nothing that good. The best way to consider true innovation is considering, scrappy, right? Like Steve Jobs in the basement, in the garage with Woz. Jeff Bezos, right? Making tables out of Home Depot doors, taking his Honda Odyssey or his Honda Accord to the post office every day. And so the issue and the wrongness of what a lot of people think about innovation, entrepreneurship, etc., is that they think what they think is like, I need a lot of money and funding in order to innovate the thing. But in fact, it's the opposite, where you actually want do this. $18 a person. All you could eat prime rib dinner Wednesdays, only $18 a person. But I think you have to eat the fries and shit, so I ain't finna do that. Also, if you want to see my meat eating challenges, go on the YouTube, search Eric Kim Godzilla challenge. I done did it, super duper good. This was something weird. This also Vietnam taking on Nong La Vietnamese coffee cafe coming soon, winter 2024. Unfortunately, the Y Sons went out of business. Actually, the pastrami's super. It's like, why are people so anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic? It's like, y'all just jealous and envious that they's much more intelligent and discerning than you. And shout out to the David Bardot, François Bardot, Prado Signs, Touched Up, Babaloo. I Love Lucy. Yo, fun fact, now that Amazon is renting it from Mr. Michael Hackman, the Desi Lou Studios used to be here in Culver. Wow. That's actually fun facts. Culver Studios, I Love Lucy's. Yeah, this is Cindy's mom's favorite. I also filmed with the 9336 Desi Lou Studios, Culver Cities, Babaloo, right? So maximum pedestrian friendly lifestyle. And actually the best things to buy, I don't know, for yourself for the New Year's. Yeah, Vibram 5-finger shoes, the LX model. Look at mine. I even have a hole in it. I done worked it so hard. Oh, watch out for the crazy people. The 5150s is the code name for the mentally unwell. And also, so another random thing on my mind. So Nietzsche has this idea that we don't have free will. And free will was just a fiction invented by, I don't know, the church or the Catholic Church or whatevs, in order to punish people because they enjoyed the cruelty. I still think there's actually a lot of innovation to be had. But wow, look at the blinking lights. Yeah, this Jameson's pub looks pretty fun. Babaloo's. Also, the big upside of the YouTubies and blogging, vlogging, etc. is when I die, there's gonna be a nice little record of everything I done did. Meep. And actually I think the big issue that what people are trying to do with the vlogs, they're trying to make it so professional and legit and well edited and cut and stuff like that. But I think the big issue is that there's almost too much pressure to make it like super duper quote good. I mean, I'm lucky that I started the YouTubies before there was ads. I just started my original GoPro videos because it was like literally the only place you could upload a video. I used the OG GoPro. What was it? Did it shoot 480p, 540p, 720p? I don't even remember. When did I start uploading videos to YouTube? Like 2010, 2011? EK's have been in the game for a minute. Also some thoughts on quote content. So I don't think we should call it content no more. I think we should call it contents, like table of contents, right? The big issue is when you say, I'm a content creator, or I love your content. To me, like, I think about content, like, you know that pink sludge McDonald's chicken McNugget thingy, right? Like, if you say it's like content, I'm a content creator, or content marketing, right? It's like content is that like pink sludge that just comes out of the McDonald's little grinder thing, right? And nobody wants to eat the chicken McNugget pink stuff. But contents is better because like table of contents, and it's actually funny too because technically the word table of contents, it actually means to like satisfied or what's contained within. So if you're content about, so the difference between content and content, isn't it funny how they are homophones? They don't sound the same things, but the meaning is different. Also another thing, I kind of wish that the Culver theaters or movie theaters open up super early because I wake up early and I want to go watch movies, but alas, everything is closed. I'm always kind of curious about the movies out there. All these movies look so lame. Also, a fun thing to save time. The reason why it's better to just watch trailers, you could really get a sense if a movie's good or not in the first 10 seconds of a trailer. If you have to wait too long, it's typically not a good sign. Okay, so some more thoughts on money, right? So money is the most useful when you can use money to save or buy your time. So for example, got that $555 rolling red light, turning on the red light with the stupid traffic cameras, caught me red-handed, mea culpa. I did this just Google traffic school for busy people or something online, and I double checked the certificate and it was legit. Anyways, the online traffic schools expunged my argument fee $155. So I could have contested it, but I had to schedule a time to go to court and I would try to do my angry fist waving at these stupid traffic signs, the traffic cameras. But I did watch the footage. I went to the website. I'm like, yeah, I totally did it. Mea culpa, right? And so it just coughed up the monies. So I'm just happy that I got the monies now that I don't have to think twice about paying the $555 traffic ticket, especially that the car, we got the Prius for free, no payments, etc. And also my lifestyle is super frugal. Frugal just means plant to the earth. Oh, and also the difference between natural versus unnatural finance by Aristotle. Politics, real wealth and finances has to do with animals eating meat and products of the earth, not unnatural finance like finance and interest and coinage and stuff. Alright, so some more beautiful scalable thoughts. Okay, so some other things I've been ChatGPTing. So ChatGPT till I die. And how did Eric Kim get so handsome? Extreme weightlifting, 100% carnivore diet, intermittent fasting, no breakfast, no lunch. I'm currently 35.80. I'm way happier, sexier, and more masculine and manly than I was in my 20s. I look at old pictures of myself in 20s, man, I was kind of like two chubs. Get rid of the fat. Fat is bad. So I'm just gonna say what I do. Suggestion, right? Everything in life is a suggestion, not an imperative. The difference is imperative is to imperate, you must do that. It should be a suggestion. Right? So, my extreme annoyance, people are like, you're not listening to me! I'm like, when you say you're not listening to me, what you're saying is, you're not obeying me. I'm like, get out of here, right? So, we got to be more precise. That's why I like to study etymology, the history of words and stuff like that. Because when people say something, you don't really know what people say. People are like, oh, so misogynistic. Mis means hate against. Ginny, OBGYN, gynecology. Gyn means woman. So misogyny, to be a misogynist, it means to be a woman hater. But if you don't hate women, you're not a misogynist. I guess you could be a sexist, but not a misogynist. I think it's good that we break down the words. I have such a bad joke. It's when I was UCLA undergrad, sociology, all my friends like Stephanie and stuff, right? I taught my friend Stephanie, she was like, feminism. I'm like, I'm a feminist. I love women. So bad, right? And it's so funny too. It's comedians, when they do a comedy act, are allowed to be politically incorrect. But when you say in the real world, say in real life, you're not allowed to. So I think people's hella fake and shit, right? And also I don't trust nobody who watches, the YouTubies, what else? YouTubies, Hulu, Apple TV, y'all it's kind of pornographic in the sense that you're allowed to watch all these things on the telly. Yeah, that's the Amazon. You can see the little Prime smile, right? You can see the little Amazon Prime style right there, right? Owned by Mr. Michael Hackman. Apparently he's a billionaire. Did he divorce his wife? Lost half his money? I'm not sure, right? Real estate development plus media movie production, TV show production seems like a pretty good, lucrative business to be in. Amazon's killing it. Apple's not doing so well in it. What should Apple do? Come on, Apple, gotta refocus. Just make the iPhone make the iPhone great again. It's like you don't even have the millennial yuppies wanting to upgrade their iPhones no more. It's not a good sign. Is Apple too big to fail? I don't think so. I mean, Microsoft, same thing, right? If you got big balls, you want to make the big bucks. Yeah, short Apple, short Facebook, short Meta, long Amazon. Amazon finna keep going up. Even actually, I need to figure out how to short stock. Short Google because, okay, I use Bard, right? Bard.google.com, their ChatGPT competitor. It effing it's so bad. Like, just go on Bard.google.com, right? And then it's like search Eric Kim. It's like Eric Kim is a travel travel photographer or something like that. I'm like, no, this is like terrible. And apparently the new version is gonna come out soon, but yeah, ChatGPT is at least a quadrillion times ahead of the game. In fact, like, maybe it's a good time to buy Microsoft stock, right? Like, apparently, even talking to some of my friends in Seattle and stuff who worked at the. Shout out to my friend Jill. She just is like, just Bing it, and I'm like, nobody uses Bing. Now Bing is way better than Google. I think Bing.com, Microsoft team, just make it more. Make the website look less AOL-y, less Yahoo-y, less clickbaity and shit, right? Just make it more clean, minimalistic. Make it look like Google. But yeah, I think Bing finna take over it. I'm gonna buy Microsoft stock. And actually, the thing with shorting stock is interesting because, shorting stock, I think it's just kind of confusing. I don't really know how to do it. And technically, the downside of shorting stock and the risk is not worth it because you don't just lose all your money. You could lose 1,000x of your money, right? Like, so it's not like you're just gonna lose $100,000. You could, in theory, lose $10 million. So I think the shorting stocks it's a good idea, but I think it's a little bit too complicated. Just buy stocks and just hope it goes up. But it is true that at least with finance, trading, hedge funds, the market, blah, blah, it's easier to see what's going to go to zero or what's going to get out of business. Like Blockbuster, I predicted it back in like college, but I was like, yeah, ain't nobody finna use Blockbuster no more. And then Netflix just came out. I'm like, maybe it's a good idea to short Blockbuster. And I should have because it essentially went down to zero, right? Even when it was at like $3-4 a share, right? Other things which are going to keep going up, yeah, obviously Netflix. I don't watch Netflix. I don't even have an account, but I've definitely watched 1, 2, 3, or 4 things or 5 things on Netflix, which were insanely great, which actually made the whole platform worth it. So long, Netflix, and also Netflix has just entered our vocabulary. What's this saying, like Netflix and chill, which is like the code word for you gotta get a pretty girl to come over and you want to do the coitus with her while watching Netflix. It's like even the. Yeah. So Netflix is essentially the just Netflix and chill, right? It's the saying, right? So Netflix has entered our collective imagination. Yeah, it's good for the medias. Who else is good? Apparently, like HBO Max, they're killing it. Who owns HBO Max? I'm not 100% sure. Even my sister Anna, Annette Kim, she said she was recently rewatching Lord of the Rings, but then the uncut version, like the full extended version, like each movie is like 4 hours long. Even when I watched the Zack Snyder, the Justice League, black and white vision that he had, yeah, HBO Max do it. Yeah, so that's why I still think that the media is going to be the future, not like quote tech. Tech, when people think about technology, the only interesting technology right now is AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, is ChatGPT going to go public? Is OpenAI going to go public? Is it even public yet? I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I mean, essentially Microsoft took a massive stake in the ChatGPTs. I mean, even Microsoft, ChatGPT, y'all watching this, my suggestion, you should just bring back the Microsoft phone. You want some consulting advice, just email me, eric@erickim.com. Essentially, the basic idea is we really, what we want is a really good AI phone, right? So the haptic feedback on ChatGPT, when it's thinking, right? So imagine a phone in which the haptic feedback in the phone, your body could essentially learn from it, like Braille or stuff like that, right? And so imagine like you have your phone in your pocket and somebody text messages you, right? It goes buzz, 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 long buzz, short buzz, right? And your body learns through the haptic feedback, your phone's in your pocket, that your wife just texted you to say, oh, I'm running late for dinner or something like that, right? Or be there in 5 minutes. Or like finally we could have a really, Siri's pretty good, but it still kind of sucks. If ChatGPT does an open AI phone, just call it the open phone or whatever. AI phone, chat phone, GPT phone. Yeah, it's called open phone. Openphone.com, someone should buy it. So let's say, the Microsoft open phone, right? Windows phone, Microsoft phone, whatever you want to call it, right? Then actually the whole thing is just ChatGPT in your pocket, right? Not a standalone app, but just a phone, right? So then you could pick it up, right? And then you could just voice dictate everything. You're like, oh, program you. So you could be like, oh, ChatGPT, OpenAI, whatever. It's like, make it that every time I pick up my phone, you don't automatically turn on the screen. It's like, yes, got it, master, right? And then it just becomes like an episode out of her, right? What people don't understand about the ChatGPT, OpenAIs, etc., they think like, oh, you're gonna fall in love with your phone and, turn your AI into a fembot. I'm like, no, that ain't finna happen. I think people still like people in the flesh. Just go to the hot yogas. Also some random thoughts about pornography. So pornos, apparently ancient Greek, just means like prostitute. And so porn, people having sex for money, right? Technically they're prostitutes, entertainers, whatevs, right? So if you're having sex for money, that's prostitution. Use a prostitute, whatevs, right? Even like metaphorically, if you're working a job just to make money, everyone has to make a living, right? But if you're prostituting your mind, your soul just for making money, that's also metaphorical prostitution. Even to some extent, sports athletes like NBA players, LeBron James, whatevs, right? They're essentially prostituting their bodies for money, fame, and basketball, whatevs. Right? Just because put penises in your mouth or your butthole, your hands or your vagina or your butthole, gay, straight, queer, LGBTQ, Q2, whatevs, you is, so if you're just like a nude model, you're not a prostitute because you're not selling your body for sex. I think the coitus, penetration, I don't know, maybe like hand job, blow job, anal. I think it's still. Actually, the funny thing is, this is a fun fact. It is true. I was telling my friend Todd about this, and I've experienced this because I was like Catholic, Roman Catholic, born and raised, more or less. Is a lot of these Catholic girls, right? It's like, oh, having sex is a mortal sin, right? So they won't have the vaginal sex to lose their virginity, but they'll give hand jobs and blow jobs or anal, I guess, because that's not the vagine, right? So it's a kind of a funny thought. Anyways, so reasons not to do drogas, these losers taking cocaine, whatever. Apparently, if you do cocaine, you can't get an erection. So then guys will do is they'll double dip, they'll do the cocaina, and then they'll also take the Viagra, and that's not a good combination, right? Just naturally get it up. Also the funny thing, the easiest way to quit porn is to replace it. Like, instead of watching porn in secret, like, don't trust no person who works at Google, Amazon, who has a VPN, who has a gaming computer, who has torrent, uTorrent, transmission on their laptop, or a VPN or know what Pirate Bay is, because what do people use torrents for? To download and torrent Maria Ozawa. That's facts, right? Just ask somebody like, what do you think about Maria Ozawa? Just like look at the gears spinning their head. Actually, the funny thing too is that like when you see dudes with like Asian girlfriends, Asian wives, Asian partners, right? Female partners, just ask them, do you know who Maria Ozawa is? Yeah, fun fact. And I think she's actually what, half Canadian, half Japanese. That's why she has such a good sponsor. Anyways, so I mean, like first and foremost, like, you know, porn, RedTube, YouPorn, Reddit Gone Wild, Reddit Gone Wild, NSFW, anime, GIF, you know, Japanese, Asian, whatevs. It's like ethically, moralistic. It's like not a big deal, right? But I think the only issue here is that I think you know, people say, oh, jerking off is a sin. I'm like, it's not a sin. It's just like, think about it. It's just like the best way to think about it is energy suicide. So if you're about to deadlift 1,000 pounds, are you gonna rub one out real quick? Probably not a good idea. Also a fun thought. If you're gonna go to Vegas with your friend, bachelor party, or strip club, or you know, see strippers or whatever, right? Just rub one out real quick in the bathroom before going, because you ain't finna do nothing stupid. Yeah, I think a lot of guys, when they think with the wee-wee, often leads to bad choices, especially when alcohol and drugs are part of the equation. Just, you're gonna go to a strip club or you know this club, whatever is like, just do it sober. Instead, take alcohol shots, take salt shots, or just drink a Perrier or bottled water. Even if you go to a club or a nightclub in Vegas, right? You know, everyone expects you to buy a drink. Just buy the $12 Perrier sparkling waters, rather than getting intoxicated with alcohol. I mean, in American society and modern day society, right? It's so funny that alcohol is so mainstream and like commonly accepted, but things which are not accepted is to not drink alcohol, which is kind of weird. Like, you're almost expected to drink alcohol, like, and alcohol has become so normalized. But the truth is, alcohol is probably the worst drug out there, and yeah, not good. Yeah, so thinking about the New Year's, more important to think about physiology. Look at this, little losers. Destroy capitalism before it destroys the planet. I'm like, bro, you just done used capitalism to use your home printer to print out that nonsense. You probably have an Instagram too. Trust nobody who has an Instagram. It's like, come on, man. Or yeah, don't, Mr. Irwin, right? Don't trust nobody on Instagram. Like, I met this one random dude do some sort of like hippie movement, trying to have me join his hippie cause. Yo, what's your Instagram? Or yo, follow me on Instagram. I'm like, people don't even, like, I'm 35, right? 8.88. People don't even ask you, like, are you on Instagram no more? They just, like, assume you're on Instagram. But do you know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of who and who? You and me, right? So, yeah, I think thinking more critically about the futures. Don't get stuck about this nonsense.